Is behind the line. 3, 2, 1, go.
The autonomous period lasts for the first 15 seconds, complete per program to teams moving off all those starting lines, getting those points for movement alone. 3 points each for teams. They don't need to worry too much about placing Coral for that ranking point, but still an advantage for their teams since game pieces are worth additional points during that autonomous period. Both the teams appear to be successful about placing Coral somewhere in the reef. Teams now taken to the action. The remainder 2 minutes and 15 seconds is all tele-operated. Human players pick up their controllers and drive the robots that their team built over the entirety of the past 12 weeks. 64-98, Castle Robotics ejecting that teal sphere out of the way. Those are known as algae. Teams getting and opened up additional scoring opportunities, which in the reef for their alliance. Team 51-88 from Vito County Schools and all of those in the Terre Haute area, proudly placing a game piece on the top part of their reef, scoring them 5 points for their alliance. Red Alliance a little bit sluggish at first, now jumping into action. Team 95-54, working closely with their alliance partners. That's the Portage Pythons. Rookies last season, now a little bit more experienced, but a couple of those district point teams to continue them up in the rankings. Blue Alliance continuing with that action. Scores currently 21-44 in favor of your Blue Alliance, but just under 90 seconds remaining in the match. Blue Red Alliance continuing to pick up steam. They're now going hand over hand and scoring those game pieces around the field of play. Portage Pythons and Castle Robotics both successfully scoring their game pieces for a total of a bunch of points for their alliance. 35-59, the Thundercats now applying that pressure that we've seen them do so well throughout the entirety of this season so far. They're well known in Indiana for applying that bumper-on-bumper pressure and preventing their opponents from scoring additional points. Teams can have 2 driver operators, one of them typically controlling the position of the robot and another one driving around the mechanisms. This leads to some hands-off activities, especially if that driver needs to take over and you're not worried too much about that manipulator. 61-16, Hatcher Robotics potentially placing a game piece on the top part of theirs, just about sliding off the back. They need to be careful it does not become trapped in their mechanisms, or they'd be unable to pick up additional game pieces. Red Alliance tightening that gap, 50-56 now. With 20 seconds remaining, we'll hear that sonar ping. Many teams getting ready for climb. 81-16, Hatchet Robotics 35-59. Now getting lined up for that climb. They do need to get elevated off the ground to get their maximum amount of points. 51-88, hoping to sneak in one final placement before they go to park. Red Alliance 10-18 off the ground. 51-88 just about sliding in for those points. And that's about all the time we have for playoffs. Match 6. Stick tight for those scores here at the Finn Washington 10 event, sponsored by Vincennes University Center for Applied Robotics Automation in Toyota, Indiana. 76 over Alliance is 69. Alliance 6 will remain in the lower bracket. They'll play again for match 6. Unfortunately, this is the end of the road for Alliance 7 as they have been eliminated with a score of 69, which means let's give it up for a large round of applause for all of their hard work in today's competition. That's 59-59, 59-54, the Alliance 7th captain, Portage Python.